Hi everybody, welcome to Tonkadale in May. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our famous combo planters, both sun and shade. So here at Tonkadale we come up with a wide variety of combination planters like these drop-in pots and hanging baskets, ready to go for you, ready to take home. They're beautiful, they're spilling out of the pot, they're lush, they're juicy, they're perfect. They make really awesome Mother's Day gifts. That is this Saturday. Just slap a bow on it, give it to mom, and she'll have it all summer long. Our combination planters come in a wide variety of sizes from 12-inch drop-in pot all the way up to 14. We can also do custom orders if there's something particular that you want us to put together that maybe you aren't sure about yourself doing. We also have lots of these little cute grab and goes for a very good price point. This one I made yesterday. It's Vikings colors, unintentionally did that. Skol Vikes, go Minnesota, love that. So let's talk a little bit about care and our new care tags. So we have these new care tags that we developed this year that indicate whether the container is for shade or sun. Makes it easy for you to pick out what is best for your house. The blue tag is the shade tag, clearly stated on the front. The yellow tag is the sun tag, and these are always going to be located on the side of the container. So if you flip the tag over, we have a little list of quick care tips for each of these kinds of pots. And there's also a QR code that you can scan with your phone that'll take you to a really helpful blog on our website if you would like the full list of details on caring for your container and making it last all through the summer. So let's talk a little bit about the care. We like to put sun and shade into 3 different categories. We have full sun, which is 6+ hours of direct sunlight on your house. Generally that's the west or south facing sides of your house. And those sun pots are going to contain a lot of those heat loving plants like geraniums, lantana, sweet potato vine, and some coleus can take full sun, which is pretty awesome. So you'll see that in our combo pots once in a while. When you're shopping around, just look for plants that are labeled full sun. You'll be good to go. There's a whole entire section here that is indicated as full sun. Next we have partial sun, which is 4 to 6 hours of sunlight during the day. Generally that's an east facing side of your house. Might not be full shade, might not be full sun, but a good amount of sun. And then finally we have shade. So the shade pots, that's 4 hours or less of dappled sunlight, morning sun, a little bit of afternoon sun, basically light that's not in the heat of the day. Really cool thing about those containers is a lot of the plants that are in here are also house plants. So at the end of summer when you're bringing all your plants in, you can still enjoy a lot of those house plants like this Begonia maculata, the bird's nest fern, the Kimberly queen fern. You can take those out, put them in a few smaller pots and enjoy them as houseplants. One of my favorite combination planters that we make here at Tonkadale is our Mandevilla pots. This big tall guy is a Mandevilla. A lot of times you'll see Diplodemia and then Mandevilla, and people are always like, what's the difference between the two? So Mandevilla will climb. It'll need a trellis or something to lean up against to be able to climb, while Diplodemia looks exactly the same. It's just more of a shrub and hangs a little bit lower and plumper than a Mandevilla. So we put these Mandevillas in the centers of our pots kind of as a thriller, and then around it we will decorate with sun-loving plants like geraniums, sweet potatoes, petunias, pretty much anything that can tolerate full sun. These guys are really great patio pots. You can see them from the road, impress all your neighbors. That's basically what I did this year. It was super easy. So if we're talking care on these bad boys, you're gonna wanna think about watering, pruning, and fertilizing throughout the summer. So just like any other plant in your yard on a hot day, if it's dry, you stick your finger in about an inch and the soil's dry, it's gonna need water. If the flowers are wilting, it's likely gonna need water. If the pot is really light when you pick it up, it definitely needs water. If it's a really hot day, you might even need to water it twice, earlier in the day and then later in the evening. Just be checking it. You should probably be good to go with once a day. It just depends on where you live. Fertilizing, this is the good stuff. The Bloom Booster by Miracle Grow. Just put a little bit of this in your watering can, water it in, and you'll have blooming flowers all summer long. So you could do this probably once a week and be okay. But just read the instructions on the back and you'll be good to go. And then pruning. So some people are a little bit afraid to prune because yes, it does pop off the flowers, but any deadheading, when a flower dies, just snap it off and that'll increase more blooms, more fluffiness of your plants. If they get a little too scraggly and long, just take some pruners, give it a little haircut. you'll have a beautiful pot all summer long. So for planning out what you're gonna put in your containers, you can really do absolutely whatever you want as long as you are paying attention to whether you are planting for sun or planting for shade. We use the thriller, filler, spiller rule, where you have your thriller, usually something kind of tall to give some hierarchy to your pot, your filler, which would be like your colorful flower, that big pop of color planter, and then your spiller, something that's going to spill over the side of the pot, so trail, if you want that kind of look. I've picked out a few different things that I generally like. I tend to lean more on the funky side, so that might not be everybody's taste or cup of tea, but I certainly do love to play around with the different colors and the different textures that we see come into the greenhouse. So for my thriller, I would pick something tall like this blazing irisine, because when it gets taller, the stems are like super hot pink. It's really, really cool. And I'm just appalled at things like that grow. You also just can't go wrong with a spike. It's a classic staple. It's very tough and can withstand wind. Easy pick there for your thriller. Center of the pot, back of the pot, wherever you want to put it. For my filler, if I'm thinking sun, I would do something like a geranium, maybe pair it with a lantana or a petunia. And we're thinking of contrast. At Tonkadale, we call it circus pots. So all the colors, as long as they go together, they're contrasting and they stand out. So something like a bright blue with a really awesome watermelon-y fuchsia geranium would be perfect. Also, our lantana is really cool because the blooms kind of look like rainbows. They got a little bit of a gradient there. This one's called bandana red. It looks like a sunset. I believe there is a variety called sunset as well. Sometimes we'll add in little accents of color to kind of balance out the whole pot. This Senecio angel wings is very popular. This one can take sun to part shade. Some people even put it in a shade pot, but it will need at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. And it's just very soft and delicate and white. Very cool, kind of unique plant. For the spiller, usually we go with a nice chartreuse sweet potato vine. We also have this really interesting fiber optic grass. I've never used this in a pot before, but maybe I'll try it. It looks like fiber optics. It's very fluffy and lush and interesting. So this would be a good combination for sun. And as far as however many you want to plant in your pot, that is really up to you. Some people like to kind of pack their plants in there. Some people will space them out and give them a little bit more room to grow. Next is planting for shade. Shade combo planters will generally grow a little bit slower, so you can get away with putting a lot more different items in your pots. So a lot of times we will do half annuals, half houseplants. I grabbed a mix of things, just stuff that I thought is really cool. It might not go together, but we're kind of going for this pinky reddish green vibe. First I got the thrillers, the taller parts of the pot. Caladium, you just don't see leaves like this anywhere. The texture is really great. Classic fern. This is Jester's Crown. This will get really nice and big. I got a painter's palette anthurium. This adds a little pop of cute color and has nice thick structure in the leaves. For our filler, a lot of times we'll go with a begonia. This one is a semi-trailing tuberous begonia. The blooms are gorgeous this year. There's so many different shades that you can pick from. They all look like beautiful sunsets. I just can't get over how cool they all look. It's hard to choose. Another filler option, sun patience or New Guinean patience. We have those too. The sun patience are awesome because they can do sun, but they can tolerate shade as well. I bought this color this year. This is the lavender shades. It's so dainty. Look at it. Hot tip, when you are picking your plants out at a greenhouse, I would pick out a plant that has a bud that hasn't bloomed yet, not necessarily already bloomed, unless you want that instant color right away. Once you get home, get your plants potted up, it'll start blooming and it'll be super fresh and lush for you. We also have coleus. This is one of Jesse's favorites, and we have all kinds of different shades and textures. I grabbed this one. It is called Stained Glass Works, and it is hot pink and very, very cool texture. You could also put the Senecio angel wings in your pot. And then I grabbed this Tradescantia. This is Tradescantia pistachio. I haven't seen this one yet. It's new to me. I don't think it's new to Tonkadale, but I just thought it was really cute and cool. And this one trails. We also have this in just a hanging basket by itself, doubles as a house plant. Lastly, one of my favorites, the Rex begonias. I think these are very underrated. People do not give these enough credit. They are so awesome. Like this one is silver. It literally shines like metal in the light. It's very cool. Great accents, great texture. So that's shade pot ideas. Once you've put together your combo containers and they've grown a little bit, you're in the middle of the summer, please send us your photos. We want to see what you made. We want to see your awesome creations. You can send them to us via DM on social media, or you can send us photos to hello@tonkadale.com. We are always happy to see that. And as always, if you have any questions, shoot them to us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tonkadale.